Houston, Texas, today at NRG Stadium, as we are going to find out who will go home as champions of the Kinder's Texas Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football, they are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to scramble. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Power football with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw him out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Horned Frogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking to pass. Lobs it off the back foot. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Never really got looking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did. That ends up being an interception.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the run, it's ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's what quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Looking for a crease. It's Payne. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Hoover. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
That makes the score Florida 7, TCU 3.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he wants it all. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
Well, the offense turns it over. And talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Punts it out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter.
TCU 3.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Hoover. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Horned Frog!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. He was looking for a little more on that
and another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Wide out trying to get it in. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, TCU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the move, it's Daniels. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Gators line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. He's going to get loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Tight end finds a soft spot. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the 1st and goal.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Hard Frog! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. productive offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida, and Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Time on target. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Runs for the tackle. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Kick is in the air. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Got the back over the middle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Got a man. It's Jackson. At midfield, he's got room. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Unloads quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that run.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Turning it on! And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, TCU 24.
The Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over 1st and 10.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the middle. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gator. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
TCU 24, Florida 14.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Take over, 1st and 10.
Start this drive from the 18-yard line.
29 Philly, 2-0.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fires it. Makes the grab. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Here's a heat. Looking to the big tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
They'll try the left side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
On the run, deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Grab near the marker. It's ball.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
And the Gators will snap it on first and 10. Give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Pocket breaking down. Caught close to the marker. It's Livingston. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Gators have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'll run play action. Using his feet to buy time. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Handoff to the lone back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll let one fly from deep in his own territory and wings it incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And would they dare be aggressive on third down this deep in their own territory? From deep in their own end, they'll throw it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off play action on first down. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter.
That's the end of the third.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Florida 14.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Steps away to find some room. The short hands, it's ball. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
With the catch, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Now from inside the red zone. Might be looking to run. Gets rid of it. Looking to get it in. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Rush is on him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Quarterback on the keeper. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets him to the 49-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here's the handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Using the quick game. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
To the air, it's Hoover. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum. If you get it here on 4th and short, if you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the end zone. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Gators! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
They had a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Good concentration to get that squiver inside the 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Here's the pressure. He's got it. There he goes. Big play, takes him into bus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time it's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they...
Throws toward the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
He lobs one high down the left side.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Pulls it in, it's Jackson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line.
TCU Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the 1st down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Lost the throw again. Makes the grab. It's Barnes. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and 1. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Under fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I don't bring more speed on the field if I don't think it's a pass, right? If I think they're going to line up and hit me in the mouth, I'm going to bring more big guys. They brought more speed on the field. They went nickel. They knew it was a passing situation. They told those pass rushers to hunt, those DBs to cover. The defense was ready for that.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, Dave.